open and close system, skateboard paradox, 11 vectors, la la land. Here we go. Whee! Whee!
Are we resorting to comedy hour now? Obviously, Gravity, La La Land is reserved for special people that double speak, that say open is closed, closed is open. La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, obviously. La La Land, La La Land, La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, Gravity, obviously.
Essay, you still there? Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm
Really
sorry.
sorry.
I'm done. I'll take the lawyer hat off now.
Yeah,
I
no,
was enjoying that.
I've just got to show SAE this what I'm doing. There's surprisingly some weird information about the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge in terms of its height, because
I was waiting for this.
It actually elevates up in portions, and it does actually go to 18 meters. But when you do a wiki search, what's the height of the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge? It says, hey, 18 meters. That's true in one location. The rest of it is like, I don't know. The rest of it is like in between 10 and 6. Now I've not put the elevations in, and I've got too many support pillars in at the moment, which I've got to solve. But here we've got, this is the width of the lake. And that's a kilometer square block, and we're looking down a very narrow camera at what the curvature would look like. So this is almost, you know, it looks flat basically, but it isn't. It's got the correct curvature for the length. I worked it out exactly and put that in. And this is what the bridge looks like when you're zooming in with a camera.
What height?
I can put this to whatever height you want. I can put it right down on the ocean. This is toggling it up. That's the height of the bridge, so that'll be 7 meters, and that's down at like the lowest that you can be before it goes under.
Are you saying the top version shows it straight, and when we look at it from ground level,
no, sorry, this is curved. That there. So if I zoom right out, I don't know whether you'll be able to. Yeah, you can kind of see that it is curved. Can you see that? So if we go along here, we can see that it's actually below these grid lines. That should be sat on the grid, and that's how much it's curved. Yeah. Now the bridge itself isn't that long. I made this 111 kilometers because I needed to bend it 1 degree. And I want to make sure that I only bent it 1 degree, which is this. The bridge is, wait a minute, I'll show you the bridge in a second. The bridge is only running to, I can see the bridge. Yeah, the bridge the bridge only runs like part way down it. But, hello? Okay. So anyway, so that was fucking surreal. So this is what I've got at the moment. I am going to make it more accurate because what I'm getting a vertex buffer error because the scene's so big, which is causing this stepped thing here. It should be it should be smooth, but it's stepping. But that's a program error that I've got to fix. The shape is consistent though. That's actually what I would expect to see. And this curvature here is 0.2 degrees or something, 0.3 degrees. This is just foreshortening because we're looking down, we're seeing an extreme length of it. So this is what I would expect to see. I haven't modeled this off any photos. I've just modeled it off distances of the bridge, height of the bridge, and a P1000 taking a photo. Shitty fucking camera.
Well,
I'm going to say
you
that
put work into it.
Yeah, I'm going to
I was
say
going to throw a wrench
P1000.
into your
Go on.
calculations.
Go on then. What's the wrench?
Well, not really a wrench. Something to think about.
Okay.
Soundly's picture from the hotel room. You see the bridge clearly curving. There's also a pole in the back. I don't know what it is. Is it a telephone pole? Is it a It's straight up vertical. Is there any way to model that?
Yeah. So can you link in the side chat the photo that you're on about and what pole it is, or is it? I mean, I could just put a cylinder. I could put a cylinder in anywhere here.
Just Google. You see, I'm gonna have to get more information for you because I don't want you to do all the work. I'm gonna try to find out where it is on Google Maps. This is what I want to observe. If it's close, it should be tilting. If it's far away, your round Earth can explain that. So I I noticed something funny, and I'm just mentioning it. That's how I do it.
Yeah. You see this straight pole here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah, it's here, and this is the bridge, and this is this camera that we're looking at. So we're looking at this pole going all the way away. Now, I'm moving it straight, so we're actually being able to see the deviation from the floor. That's what it would do if it was flat. Now, if I go all the way, if I go halfway along, then I know I need to rotate it half a degree. So
place it on the bridge. Place it on the bridge in various locations. How would it look? How do you think it should look?
It'll just look straight up.
Come on, you can't believe that.
Half a degree. You can't tell half a degree.
How can you tell the bridge is curving then?
It's called foreshortening. Not one of those lines that is vertical is angled away from us. In reality, it is. Like the furthest one is angled away 0.3 degrees, angled away from us. Can we tell that? Absolutely not a chance. Even from a rendered image like this, because the line is still vertical, and you cannot tell half a degree, even if you were stood side on.
Take two pencils and stick them in a cardboard box. Stick one in 10 degrees tilted away from you, and you will not be able to tell, looking dead on, that the pencil is tilted 10 degrees.
Yeah, I want to say it was Schrodinger's who actually took, it was either 3 or 4 boards, put each one a different amount of degrees away from you, set it across the deck, and you can't tell which one is rotated 3 degrees, which one's located 1 degree, which one's vertical. And I think the most extreme one is like
we are talking.
Sorry, wait a minute. Guys, wait a minute. Let me just do this for Montreal. You see this post? I'm going to place it down on the bridge. Yeah. So if the Earth was flat in this model, it would be here, but it's actually gone down because we're actually suffering about 0.3 degrees of curvature here.
Okay, stop for a second. Sorry to interrupt you. Look at the irony here now. Okay, look what you just did. You placed a post right there. Now look at the poles of the bridge next to where you placed it.
No, I didn't. We can't see this far.
You see how they look?
No, we can't. What do you mean the posts? The posts.
Well, those I presume
no, wait a minute. Let me just do this. Let me get back to where the posts actually are, because I didn't model all the posts down. These are the posts here. These are the pillars.
Right.
Yeah?
The pillars, yes.
Yeah. These are all the pillars that we're looking at, which are these. They're all straight and matching the surface, and they're tangential. They're perpendicular to the surface of the water, which is curving. Now, what I was about to say to you, though, Montreal, is if I go get this post and let's move it back to where it will be visible, which is here, and I move it up to the surface, and let's just.
Khaled, you're hot micing yourself on the toilet.
Okay, mute me, please, because all my hands are busy.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous! I don't
That is
know
a horrible
why.
thing to hear.
You can't recover from this, bro.
Jesus.
That's not great.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
it happened.
He should have just said it. He should have just said it was a bong.
Would have sounded better.
So what I'm going to do for you, Montreal, is if we look here now, this post is the difference. There is a slight 0.2 degree difference in this post between that and the pillar, the support pillar. Now, I don't even have to rotate this because I can't see that distance, that angle difference, and I'm looking from the side. So there is no way here that I can see that there's an angle difference. None whatsoever. None.
Okay, how about the foreshortening that you mentioned? Shouldn't that post in the back have some foreshortening, some visual effect to it?
So foreshortening.
First of all, Stingray, before we continue, have a look at the picture I'm talking about.
Oh, have you posted it in the side chat?
Oh, sorry, no, I haven't.
What do you want to say? I'll search for it if you just tell me. What to
It's
search
easy. Just to search Lake Pontchartrain, Soundly, and boom, it's going to be the first picture.
I think the long and short is you'll never see it because it's 0.3 degrees. You cannot see 0.3 degrees. End of story. No questions asked. Do not pass go. And
look, Ken, if that's the situation, fine, I'll live with it. I just noticed something funny, and I'm just asking. That's all.
So
Oh my!
It's somewhat productive, isn't it?
Oh my God! This does look. Well, I think this is the. Oh wait a minute! It's Brian.
Well, you see various ones. Look, you see the one that's straight, then you see the one that curved. There's all kinds of pictures.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Just saying, but is that the one? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will show you. I think I've got it, Brian. So I'm gonna share this.
I think that's the one on top there, Stingray.
Essie,
yeah. Wait a
quick
minute.
one.
Oh, wait, is it?
Essie, what's your stance on the Earth? Because I haven't actually chatted to you before, so.
Oh, can I guess what your stance
perfectly...
is? Can I guess what your stance is, please, please, please?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
You're not sure that it's flat. But if it's not flat, you absolutely think it's a lot bigger than they tell us. Come on, seriously, is that it?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
yeah, nice.
But I'll be honest with you. I still have issues with the moon.
It's not flat though, man. Come on.
Look, look. My issue is the water and the movement and the spinning.
Yeah,
I can't conceive of a ball spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
Well, I mean, when you
and the water being on it, that my brain doesn't work. But we'll talk about that another time. Perfect, Stingray. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, now see all those poles there?
Yeah.
See how they all look straight?
I do indeed.
Look at the poles on the bridge. We're right beside it.
Yeah, give me 2
now,
seconds.
tell me that's not an honest question to ask.
Oh no, it's foreshortening is an odd thing. It really is. I promise you, foreshortening is a really odd thing. What you can do, and one of the easiest ways to explain this, is, and you can do this yourself. This is how cool this is. Now I want you to draw a 12-inch. I keep forgetting you silly bloody units. A 12-inch line on a sheet of white paper that's straight. Now, on that line, then draw a little bit of a tiny hump. Then draw vertical lines of about 1/4 of an inch, about 2 inches apart, all the way down those 12 inches. And then look at it. You can see that there's a hump in the middle. You can see that all of those are vertical. Now, when you turn that sheet of paper now and look down it like you'd be looking down wood to see if it was bent, to see if it was true, you'll see the foreshortening effect, because all that is it's taking the apparent lateral distortion and it's compressing it into less space. So when you turn that sheet of paper end on and only just can see the other end, so that you're compressing all that, you now see this line going down it with this what looks like a huge hump, and then all these straight lines still up. And that's what we see. That's what the effect is. And I'm just going to match it for you as well here. Give me a second. 1500.
But you got to admit, it looks fishy. Look at those pontoons on the left, how they're curving. And look at just on the right of that, the pole lines, what their lights or something, they're completely straight. Now that's selective curving right there.
That's because there's only one of them. That's because there's only one of them. You can only see.
What are you talking about?
Assuming they're straight, but the whole point here is that it's a really minute deviation, and you're.
Come on, LK, man. Be honest with yourself, bro. Look at that picture.
That the curve is accentuated. The fact that it's been accentuated doesn't change how much actual curve there is. Right. That's the point that Dean's trying to make. It's a perspective effect. So if you take a very, very shallow curve and look at it straight on, like side on sort of thing, it looks shallow. When you turn it so that it's now you're looking down it, like Dean was saying, like a pool cue, that same shallow curve will look really steep. It's just a perspective thing. But the actual curve, you obviously haven't physically made the curve steeper.
Okay, I hear your words, but my eyes tell me different, bro.
It's the same as looking down a pool cue from the end. It looks straight side on, and when you look down there, look at it laterally, you can see there's a bend in it. It's exactly
agreed,
the same
100%, and that's how we choose wood. But we're looking at it from the same angle. We have two pool cues. One looks straight and one looks flat. This is what I'm saying.
Can you see that?
I'm not figuring out which one of these poles you want me to look at.
No, if you look at the picture, look. Bring the picture back up, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
These poles here.
The pontoons on the left. We see them. They're two. They're double, right? Double deckers. Double. Yeah. I mean, okay.
Oh, you mean these? These.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They curve all the way down, right?
Yeah. I
now go to the left and look at the light posts. Whatever they look like. They look like light posts. No. On the right of the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh,
they follow the same contour.
Yeah, but SE, the pontoons.
SE, those are radio towers. They're not straight up
and
down.
No. He's talking about the light posts. If you look after the first hump, like at a quarter inch from the hump, or those little tiny poles. He's talking about those poles, right?
Oh, right. These tiny little things here.
Yes.
No, guys.
Okay,
in front of the hump. Forward of the hump.
Yeah, this light post here, this lamp post.
No, bro, the other side, bro.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think he's talking about the radio towers.
No.
The microwave repeaters.
Look straight down where the curve is to the right of it.
These here, these cross sections.
The other side, bro.
Oh, here, these.
Just the other end of the bridge. The other end.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
There. Yeah. Okay. Now to the right. Right there. You see? No. Further up. Further up.
Okay. These
right
here.
There. Right. Yeah. To the back a bit. Yeah. You see those straight things there?
Yeah.
I can't see your cursor.
They're always going to be straight because the difference, the amazing thing about this SE is if we look right in the distance, we can see these pillars here. Well, we see these pillars here that are stood out. And I'll model these for you. I'll put these in so we can see them. You see these? Now, I can categorically tell you that if we went out and got survey data and we looked at the star that this was pointing to, or the closest star to it, and we got a nice kind of world space vector from this, the difference between this and the last one that we can see here would be about 0.3 degrees. This one would be further away from us in an angle, but we can't tell this from looking from here. Now,
we're seeing an illusion then, by your own words. This is an illusion.
No. This is reality. This is foreshortening.
Stingray, be careful of your words, bro.
Yeah, no, check that. This is foreshortening. This is actually foreshortening. I'm doing the same thing here for you. These are following the curve, but they go straight up, and this one's in the distance. Granted, all of these are like stupendously bigger than those tiny things that you were looking at, but I was just creating these for, for reference, for the effect, basically. But these are the same thing. It's the same thing. This, when I match, and I'll be able to match this exactly for you. Maybe not the curve, maybe not the hump thing here, because
who cares about that? Distinguish between what's in the foreground and what's just a little bit to the right.
Yeah. I can match this, and all I need to do is use this, which is 1 degree curvature over 69 miles, and it will match visually accurately. I promise you.
If you drill into a 2x4 and put dowels in 90 degrees vertical, and then bend that 2x4 by 0.3 degrees, and you look down the length of that 2x4, you're not going to see those things bending. Even with a physical bend, is in there.
You could be right. I just made an observation, and to me, it looks a little fishy.
Well, but what are you basing it on? You see,
my eyes. My eyes.
But you can test it. You can test it by having someone set up at different angles, wood angling away from you in a small scale, and try to see if you can spot the difference.
Look, what I'm hearing is this now. This is what you guys are saying. I have 2 pool sticks from the same location. They're both curved, but one appears to me curving and one is straight. Appears to be straight. That doesn't work in my head.
That's not what I said at all.
But that's what the visual. You might be saying something different, but that's what I see when I look at that picture.
And see, that would be the difference between you're looking down one pool cue and there's a vertical pull cue at the end of the pull cue that you're looking down the end of. That's not looking down two pull cues. You got things in two different orientations, and you're somehow mixing between them.
Yeah. You can't see foreshortening with a single object. A single object.
But it's not a single object. It's the same object almost right next to each other. So you're saying refraction is working one way on the left side of the bridge.
Not refraction.
It's not.
Or foreshortening, excuse me, which is part of refraction, right?
No. Foreshortening is just the apparent effect of taking lateral detail and compressing it down due to the angle that you look at it. That's it. Like I say, if you were to draw let's imagine an oval shape, but imagine you got a circle that's 2 inch high, yeah. So, and it's a pure circle. But then imagine if you stretch that out over 4 foot or 20 foot. Yeah, it would appear to be almost straight at this point, but you knew that you started with a circle. Now, if you take that drawing and you angle your eyes to it, you can turn it back into a circle. That is foreshortening.
I'm not disputing that, but what I'm saying is this effect is happening different to objects that are almost at the same location.
I don't see what.
And that needs explaining, Lucy. That's my point.
Well, like I said, I would recommend you get out your. Do you have a drill press?
Say what? Sorry?
Do you have a drill press?
I don't have a drill press. I have a drill, but not a drill press.
Well, if you can drill 90-degree holes, drill straight as you possibly can into a 2x4, and then do what LK is doing there. That is LK, right?
Yeah.
And you put vertical poles in your 2x4, and you have a slight, tiny little bend in it. You look down, and you're going to see exactly what we're describing. It's like as Stingray was saying. When you look at the first inch of a mile, first inch of the image of the bridge span. The second inch is 2 miles, and so forth and so on. That's what foreshortening is. It's compressing. It's not like compressing like some kind of digital compressing. It's the angles you're looking at are making the amount of image in a. God, I don't know how to describe it. In your field of view.
I get it. You're saying exactly what I did.
Okay.
You're saying that it's a visual effect. Basically, it represents itself different in one side of the bridge and different on the other side of the bridge due to the difference of foreshortening. Due to your perspective, am I getting it correct?
I'm afraid to say yes.
No.
No.
Right.
And
there's no other way to look at it.
No. The foreshortening is allowing you to accentuate the downward deflection of the bridge. It's the foreshortening is not about the vertical columns appearing to angle away from each other, which they don't.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying any visual effect. I don't see foreshortening. I don't see tilting. I don't see anything. They appear to be almost perfect.
Wait. What are you thinking is trying to be foreshortened? Because the foreshortening is what's occurring on the bridge to accentuate the downward curve.
Exactly. And shouldn't those poles also show this?
It's not going to make them appear to angle away.
But shouldn't it show them foreshortening?
I'm going to make sure that we know what we're on about.
No.
But you can't have it both ways, guys. It has to be either a visual effect due to your angle.
I think you're misunderstanding what foreshortening is.
Yeah, he is, because if he's talking about single poles foreshortening, then he doesn't understand what foreshortening is.
It's not. It's an array. It's that whole bank there. It looks absolutely straight, and the other side looks curved. I mean, come on, guys.
Just really quickly, SA, just so I know what you're on about, because I want to. I'm still. I thought I knew, but now I'm now I'm not too sure. So I've got the ability to draw on this now. Can you tell me what aspect I should be drawing around the question that you've got? So if I zoom right into the end of the bridge here, is it on screen right now, the thing that you've got a problem with?
Yes.
Where is it?
Okay, all the way to the far end of the screen. Well, mid-screen, just over the hump.
So around. Wait a minute. I'm just going to change this transparency. So around here.
Yes. Yes.
So it's this thing here.
What's one of them? Keep going.
Yeah. Now I get it. So you're on about this.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And that there. That there in the distance.
Well, maybe there's some of them in between as well. Yes. Yes. And even
so wait a minute. Let me just ask this. So your problem with these is that they are going straight up, right?
My problem with those is that's one thing, which was partially explained, and the other thing is I don't see any foreshortening or any effects. Everything else appears to be going over the curve, they appear to be going straight.
Okay, so what do you expect you should see if this wasn't anomalous? What should those light poles look like?
Well, they should look like the left side. They should look like the left side. Everything should be doing this.
Right, guys. I think it's on about this. That is what's happening to the top of these, and it's not as accentuated as that we see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to see the top of them.
Now that is well, yeah, but I can see that. I can see what's going on here. So the foreshortening effect, it's about. So the reason why we can't see this is closer to the level that we are at than this is, and this is a function of perspective. So we have divergence.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So you are correct. So the divergence here is about perspective, and the reason
this
why
explanation I could go for, Dean. Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. It is a good point. I get it now.
That's all I'm saying, guys.
Yeah.
You have to remember as well that this image is being taken from the Marriott Hotel.
Yeah, 13th floor or something, isn't it?
With a shitty P1000.
Yeah, whatever. But the point is that any kind of change in angle, so to speak, even though it's very slight, obviously the place where that's going to be most vertical is where you see, the sagitta of this arc. Do you know what I mean? So he's up above at a certain level. You're not going to see any of this down at the water level anyway. You know what I mean? When you're looking at these masts, you're kind of looking at the point where everything is going to be at its most upright. Is my point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dean, can you just zoom in on those light posts? So just the second half of the bridge on the left-hand side. Yeah. See, look, the problem is there's a lot of background clutter in that, and I'm not entirely sure you can see where the top of those posts are.
There is, but if you're going to be honest with yourself, they look pretty vertical.
Well, they're always going to be vertical, Monty.
They're always going to be vertical.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know what you meant. What you meant.
Yeah. What you're saying is the tops don't appear to be curving down.
Yeah. So AJ, what it's on about is if I were to trace the top of these, we see that this kind of, especially in this area here, looks like a straight line, whereas directly underneath it looks not like a straight line at all when we get to about here. So that divergence there is just due to perspective, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Glad we got that cleared up.
All right. Perfect. Okay, guys, I gotta take off. Jose, thank you very much, bro, for the opportunity. Nice talking to everybody, man. We should do more stuff like this.
Yeah. See you later, Essie.
Later, guys.
See you later.
I think Jose's gone, isn't he?
Yeah.
Go to school, go learn something.